The problem is your criminal history is extensive, right? And there have been some times where you were given probation and your probation was revoked. So I'm not going to grant your application for probation. It's calling 2023 CR 5393, State of Texas versus Joshua Espinoza. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Brandon Lopez for Mr. Espinosa.
And are you Mr. Espinoza? Of no contest on September 26th to the offense of robbery. The enhancement was waived. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. And now we are here for a TAP evaluation. And now we're here for sentencing. A TAP evaluation was completed. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report and TAP evaluation? State?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the TAP evaluation?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state, according to the plea bargain agreement, the state is silent on your application. Punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
We don't, Your Honor. This argument.
Anything you wish you want to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. I've represented Mr. Espinosa for quite some time now. I've gotten to know his family. Mr. Espinosa, we did make sure to do some mental health evaluations in this case, and specifically looking into his PTSD from the past and those issues. He is suffering from those issues. He has various run-ins with the law, a former trip to the penitentiary. He does suffer from bipolar, from PTSD, from anxiety issues. I believe the recommendation in the PSI, or one of the recommendations, was that he'd be a good candidate for DDRF. I've spoken with my client about that. He would be open to doing DDRF if the court were to grant probation. Otherwise, he's just asking for an opportunity to prove to the court that he's capable of living outside in society and being a productive citizen.
All right, so part of my concerns is his criminal history.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he has a previous aggravated robbery and a previous assault case. And he's been on probation before, and his probation was extended. I just don't think he's a good candidate for probation. I tell you what, let's do this. I don't think he's a good candidate for probation. I do understand that there are mental health issues, and for them to say that they want DDRF tells me something. It tells me that his mental health is such a state that they want him to be an inpatient.
Right.
So let's do this. We're going to come back at 1:30 and I'll make a decision then.
Okay.
All right. So we'll come back at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. After we're going to go back on the record in 2023 CR 5393, State of Texas versus Joshua Espinoza. Can I have parties re-announced for the record, please?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor, for the state.
Brandon Lopez for Mr. Espinosa.
And are you Mr. Espinoza?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I asked that this be recalled back because there are things that I wanted to think over to consider. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Espinoza, what I want you to know is I always see people as individuals. I always ask people about their tattoos, right? But I don't hold tattoos against people because some people want tattoos for different reasons. Some tattoos are for gang signification. Some tattoos are for other things. But I'm not holding that against you. But I always want to see if there's something that can be done to help somebody if I'm strongly considering probation or if not. So I wanted to take a break because we were very busy this morning to think about your case. And I did think about your case. The problem is your criminal history is extensive, right? And there have been some times where you were given probation and your probation was revoked. So I'm not going to grant your application for probation. I think your attorney negotiated a good agreement for you, okay? But what I can tell you is at the prison, if you want to, I can request the therapeutic community. Whether or not you get in that program or not, part of it is going to depend on you because I can't force them to place you in the program. But I would be more than willing to write on the judgment and also some drug issues. So they'll probably be willing to help you with that. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty as previously stated. The court will sentence you to just 6 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. And I'll do a request for the therapeutic community. And I'll note that defendant has mental health diagnosis and drug addiction. All right, is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, further, Your Honor.
State, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition to the attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. So do not get institutionalized at the prison. Try to better yourself so you don't end up back in that situation. Good luck to you, okay?
Joshua Espinosa walked into court hoping his troubled past would earn him one more chance, but Judge Boyd wasn't convinced. Facing sentencing for robbery, Joshua's attorney pointed to his PTSD, bipolar disorder, anxiety, and drug addiction, arguing that treatment and probation would be better than prison. For a moment, it seemed the judge was considering it. She even paused the hearing to carefully review his case and think about the best outcome. But when she looked deeper into his record, a different picture emerged. Joshua wasn't a first-time offender. He had a history of aggravated robbery, assault, and multiple probation violations. Time after time, he had been given opportunities to change, and time after time, he had failed to take them. When the hearing resumed, the courtroom grew quiet as Judge Boyd delivered her decision. She acknowledged his mental health struggles and agreed he needed treatment, but she made it clear that treatment alone could not erase years of criminal behavior. Instead of probation, she sentenced him to 6 years in a Texas state prison while recommending mental health and addiction programs during his incarceration. As Joshua stood silently before the bench, the message was unmistakable. Second chances are earned, not guaranteed, and eventually every choice catches up with you.